शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Namaste. Now we will see the meanings of Shri Vishnu Sahasranama based on Shri Shankaracharya Bhashya for verse 79. First we will see the verse. Suvarna Varno Hemango Varangaschandanangadi Viraha Vishamashunyo Kritashirachalaschalaha. The namas herein are Suvarna Varnaha, Hemangaha, Varangaha, Chandanangadi, Viraha, Vishamaha, Shunyaha,Ghritashihi, Achalaha, Chalaha. There are 10 namas herein. We will see the meanings of each of these one by one. The first nama is Suvarna Varnaha. Suvarnasyeva Varnaha asyeti Suvarna Varnaha. The one who is of golden hue. So in this nama there are two components, Suvarna and Varna. Suvarna is gold and Varna is hue or color. So Acharya explains that the one whose color resembles or the one who shines or glitters like the gold. So to this Acharya quotes from Mundakopanishad, Yada pashyate rukmavarnam. So the Atman is shining forth in the golden color. Even in the Taittiriya Upanishad, meditating upon the Atman in the heart. So in that context, Ya esho tarhridaya akashah tasmin ayam purusho manomayah amruto hiranmayah. The Taittiriya Upanishad also says that the Atman has to be meditated upon in the heart as amritaha hiranmayah, nectar-like or immortal and of a golden color, hiranmayah. So this description of Bhagavan Narayana as Suvarna Varna is to visualize the Bhagavan as shining forth in a golden hue in the heart. So that is the meaning of the first nama, Suvarna Varna. The next nama is Hemangaha. Hemeva Angam Vapuhu Asyeti Hemangaha. The one whose limbs, which indicate the body, are golden. So here also the two parts are Hema and Anga in the nama. Hema again golden or another word to indicate gold, and Anga limbs. Acharya interprets Angas representing the Vapuhu, the entire body. So the one whose entire form is golden, which includes all the limbs. So all the limbs of Bhagavan are golden in color. So again, the context here is slightly different where we see Acharya quotes from Chandogya Upanishad, where we see Ya esho taraditye hiranmajah purushaha. So this golden Purusha is to be meditated upon in the Aditya Mandala. So as the sun shines forth in a golden color, so meditating upon Bhagavan Narayana in the Surya Mandala, this Hemanga word gives the hint. So in that direction, Acharya also presents the quotation from Chandogya Upanishad, So previously, Suvarna Varna refers to meditating upon the Atman in the heart, and in this Nama we here see Acharya quoting from the Chandogya Upanishad, where seeing the sun and seeing Bhagavan Narayana, or to meditate upon Bhagavan Narayana in the Aditya Mandala, this Nama gives the indication. So both in the heart of the Jivatman and also in the Surya Mandala, Bhagavan Narayana has to be meditated upon with a golden hue, or being shining forth or glowing in a golden hue. So the next nama is Varangaha, Varani, Shobhanani, Angan Yasyeti Varangaha, the one whose limbs are beautiful. So in this nama again, there are two components, Vara and Anga. Vara, beautiful, Shobhana, Anga, limbs. So the one whose limbs are beautiful. So the beauty of the limbs of Bhagavan represents the glory for on which a meditator can meditate upon. So the Aravinda Lochana, the lotus like eyes, and then the Chaturbhuja, and thus the glorious form of Bhagavan, as has been described in various Puranas. So that is here indicated as Varangaha, and then the beauty of Bhagavan Narayana again is glorified only for the meditator to visualize that glorious form in his heart. The next nama is Chandanangadi. Chandanaihi Ahladanaihi Keyuraihi Bhushitaha iti Chandanangadi. The one who is adorned by the most pleasing bracelets. So here Chandanangadi has two components, Chandana and Angada, and from that Angada is derived the word Angadi. So Angada means bracelets. The one who wears a bracelet or wears bracelets is Angadi, and then the one who wears beautiful or very pleasing Angadas is Chandanangadi. So Chandana means Ahladana, means that which pleases the mind. So the one who is thus adorned by the Keyuras or Angadas, which are bracelets, he is Chandanangadi. So previously it was mentioned the limbs of Bhagavan are beautiful, Varangaha. Here even the adornments that he has, like the Keyura, they add to the glory and beauty of the form of Bhagavan, and again it attracts the mind of the devotee or the meditator to be fixed on that glorious, beautiful form of Bhagavan Narayana. The next nama is Viraha, Dharmatranaya Viran Asuramukyan Hantiti Viraha. To protect Dharma, the one who destroys the Asura warriors, he is Viraha. So Viraha has two components, Vira and Ha. Ha refers to Hanti iti. Ha means the one who kills or the one who destroys. Destroys whom? The Viras. Viras refers to Asura Mukhyas, the prominent Asuras. So great Asuras were destroyed. The demons were destroyed by Bhagavan Narayana in his various avataras. Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and so many others. Later, even in the Krishna Avatara, we see Kamsa, Shishupala. So all those Asura Mukhyas, they are indicated by the term Veera, and those Asura Mukhyas are decimated by Bhagavan, and hence he is Viraha. And why does he decimate or destroy those Asuras? That is also again clarified by Acharya. Dharmatranaya. To protect dharma, he annihilates, destroys those asuras. Hence, he is glorified as Viraha. The next nama is Vishamaha. Samo nasya vidyate sarva vilakshanatvaditi Vishamaha. The one who is without an equal and he is unique, and hence Vishama. So the word Vishama means the one who is not Sama, means the one who does not have a Sama. So the one who is not paralleled, the one who does not have an equal. So that is clarified by Acharya also. Samo na asya vidyate means the one who does not have anyone equal or comparable. Sarva vilakshanatvat, because he is not like anyone else. So previously in all the previous namas of this verse, Suvarna Varnaha, Hemangaha, Varangaha, Chandanangadi, Viraha. So by all these namas, we see how glorious the form of Bhagavan is and how glorious the deeds of Bhagavan, Lord Narayana is. And hence, for such glorious deeds, there can be no comparison, there can be no equal, and hence he is not sama to anyone. Hence he is Vishama, unique, unparalleled, and the one who is without an equal. So to that end, we see in the Bhagavad Gita that Acharya quotes Natvat samostyabhyadikah kutonyah. So when there is no one equal, how can we ever think of someone who might be greater than Bhagavan Narayana? Hence, he is glorified by this nama Vishamaha. The next nama is Shunyaha. Sarva Vishesha Rahitatvat Shunyavat Shunyaha. The one who is bereft of all characteristics, and hence the Lord is as if empty. So here Shunya normally means emptiness or void. So is Bhagavan really empty? So in the worldly sense, yes, he is bereft of all those worldly characters, and in that sense he is Shunyaha, as if empty. So he is empty or he is bereft of worldly characteristics. Especially we see in the Nirukta that the Shad Bhava Vikaras. So worldly beings are characterized by the 6 modifications. Jayate, Asti, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Mriyate means someone is born, then he exists, grows, Viparinamate, then modifies, Apakshiyate, deteriorates, and then finally dies. So the one who is bereft of all such worldly characteristics, these are the Visheshas or the marks for any entity that is born or that exists or that has manifested in this world. So such visheshas or such characteristics are not there for Bhagavan, and hence in that sense he is a shunya, he is empty or he is bereft of these characteristics. The next nama is Kritashihi. Krita Vigalita Ashishaha Prarthana Asyeti. So the one from whom all desires have flown away. So Grita, Ashi are the 2 components. Grita refers to that which flows. So normally the word Grita refers to ghee. So ghee normally flows. That is, butter is a solid material. So when it is heated, then it becomes a liquid and it flows. So in that sense, Krita is that substance that which flows when in comparison to the butter. So similarly here the idea or the purpose for using the term Krita refers to the flowing nature. So what has flown away from Bhagavan? Ashishaha, all desires, all prarthanas, all things that need to be attained. Nothing remains in Bhagavan or for Bhagavan to be attained. Lord Narayana is complete, santushta, paripurna, samagra, and hence it is as if all desires have flown away. Krita vigalitaha ashishaha. So apta kama, purna kama. So that is indicated by the nama Ghritashi. The ninth nama is Achalaha, na Swarupat, na Samarthyat, na cha Jnanadikat Gunat, Chalanam Vidyate Asyeti Achalaha. The one who never moves, wavers in form, in capability, or in virtues like knowledge, etc., is Achalaha. Achala means na chala, the one who does not move or waver. So in that sense, so what are all the things from which the Bhagavan does not move, alter, or change, or modify? So his form, his Sachidananda Swarupa, he never changes from that Sachidananda Swarupa. Samarthya, his potential, his capabilities of creating, sustaining, and annihilating, blessing, and punishing. So in all these capabilities, he never changes. And jnanadikat gunat, jnana, vairagya, aishwarya, so all those glorious virtues that are there in the Bhagavan, so they also are not changed. And hence, in this sense, Bhagavan is without any movement or any wavering or any change. And hence, he is glorified by the Nama Achala. The 10th Nama is Chalaha. Vayurupena Chalatiti Chalaha. The one who moves about in the form of Vayu. So previous nama was Achalaha, the one who does not move, the one who does not waver, or the one in whom there is no modification. Here he is Chalaha, the one who moves. So here Acharya clarifies Vayurupena Chalati. So he is motionless and he is also the movement that we see, especially in the form of Vayu Devata. So it pervades the entire uh, earth and then it moves about, so indicating the all pervasiveness of Bhagavan. So in the same sense we see in the Taittiriya Upanishad, Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. So Vayu, that which moves about, that which can be felt and experienced, is equated to Brahman. So that Vayu, which has been glorified as Brahman, so that is Paramatman Bhagavan Narayana. So in that sense, Bhagavan is Chalaha. Vayurupena Chalati iti Chalaha. Namaste Vayu. Salutations to O Vayu, to you. So thus with these 10 namas in verse 79, we have thus far seen 746 namas. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.